Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer is Best, and you're probably asking yourself, well, Jimmy, what is your car and truck doing over here in the front yard of the house? This is my porch. If you've been watching the channel, you're pretty familiar with our driveway and our yard and stuff. I got them over here for a reason, and that's because I'm going to be getting some trees cut. So they'll be here in a few minutes or a little while. They're going to get started on it this afternoon. This is late afternoon. I don't expect they'll get a whole lot done, but I'm going to get all this. Cut down through here. That limb right there has been bugging me, and this tree is kind of toward the house. You see, that's where our bedroom's at, Mrs. PIB and myself. During storms and stuff, strong storms, we just sleep downstairs. Because, as I've mentioned before, my dad, when he was still alive, he was in the bed during a major tornado, trying to sleep. It was like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And he got up out of bed. He told me this story. He said, I got up out of bed to see what time it was. And he walked like from here, maybe to this car, or that distance, and to see what time it was. He had an old-timey clock, an old Zenith is a good clock. Anyway, had it as long as I can remember when I was alive and living there. But he went to go see what time it was, and he looked back, and a tree had went through the house, and right where he was laying in the bed, the tree would have killed him. It was a huge pecan tree, huge, one that you would think would, be there at the end of time, that huge. And so anyway, I had a tree guy come by, and he said, now I'm not a tree person, okay? I try to keep things pruned up the best that I can, when I can. I'm going to get these limbs and these wires going to our house. I'm getting them trimmed back, and down through the woods here. And I'm getting this tree here cut. This tree. As you can see, it starts at the base, and it's got two big, what do you call it? Trunk, whatever. It splits in two, and he said that is more apt to fall toward the house the way it's leaning. So after he explained that to me, remember, I'm not a tree guy. And these trees were here when I got the house years and years and years ago. But I watched my neighbor's tree down the street here. He had a huge tree, much bigger than this one, and it fell over during the storm that we had here a few months ago. So it's the way the limbs are leaning toward the house. I'm trying to prevent that. So he's going to cut this down. I'm trying to say this in a nutshell. Do a little bit of pruning down through here. I have to do this every few years. It's hard to keep things, when you have trees, when you're a homeowner, it's expensive sometimes. Anyway, I'm getting this tree cut, and I'll show you the other one that we're going to cut down, and I'll show you the reason why. Sorry guys, I'm a little slow. My back is killing me. Not killing me. Let me rephrase it. My back is hurting and my knees are hurting. And anyway, he's going to trim all this through here. Just trim it back like a haircut, And he's going to cut this tree right here. This big tree here. Now, it looks really healthy. And it might be. I don't know. But I'm making this video to remember what it looked like, okay? So, trying to show you, this is a huge tree. As you can see, it starts here. Let me see if I can zoom in here. If this phone will cooperate. Hang on just a minute, guys. You can see the trunk leans over this shed. It's just a huge tree. And like I said, it's been here when I was here, and I don't know how long before that. So he's going to cut it down. And the reason I mean, I'm not so much, I mean, yeah, I like this building. It holds a lot of stuff in there for me, and you know, handy like anything. But my point is, I've had two people talk to me about trees, and they told me because it's black here, it's got ants in it. Now the tree, I mean, it's a good tree, but ants, those black ants, where you see the black, that's the ants, and they eat a tree from inside out. And that's what happened to my neighbor's tree I was telling you, just down the road from me. Huge tree that just fell over. Now it looked healthy as a horse to look at it, like this one does. And but he said the ants, you know, just ate it up. And you know, when it fell over, you could just see it was rotten in the center of the tree. Didn't have no substance. So when a storm comes, you know, like what happened to him, you know, the tree fell over, and it, my goodness, is a huge tree, huge. So I guess I'm gonna get this tree cut, and I don't know about this tree back here. I'll ask him. As long as it doesn't hit a building or anybody's property, I'm kind of okay with it, you know. But you know, I just wait and see what he says. He's got a bucket truck, and let me tell you, if you start to get your trees cut, or you know, any kind of tree work done, make sure that you have a licensed, you know, insured tree. I'm calling him tree professional. So he does have insurance. Showed me his paper. I have it on, my wife and I's both have it on our phones for proof. And real nice guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's dishonest. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know him. He doesn't know me, you know, per se. And you know, I'm just making sure that if this tree did, you know, fall the wrong way and fall on my building or fall on my neighbor's fence, you know, that insurance will cover it. As you can see, there's been trees here before, and you know, they're all gone. So, and of course that tree there was a big old tree. I think it was a pine tree. It got hit by lightning one evening, one night, and killed it. So I mean, you know, trees are, they're nice for shade and stuff, but the maintenance of them, I mean, they're always growing, just like, you know, like the hair on your head. If you have any hair on your head, I don't have much, but myself, but you know, it's always growing, and they're always, you know, you have to concern yourself about ants or some kind of something, you know, some kind of tree, something that, you know, kills trees, you know, bugs, whatever. So anyway, that's what we're doing, guys. So this is it. And they're going to start this evening. It's almost too late in my opinion, but he's going to try to get as much as he can done and go to someone else's property, you know. So he's going to get started on the one in the front. So that's the reason I had the truck and the car moved out of the way. And you know, we'll just kind of go from there. And I'll try to show you a little bit when he gets here and show you what he's doing. This might be an interesting video to some of y'all, maybe not, I don't know, but you know, this video is all about trees and trying to prevent disasters. I think I'd feel a lot better the way those trees are leaning. I think I'd feel better about a storm coming, you know, with the trees not leaning toward the house. You know, I've always told my wife, you know, I said, I think we better sleep downstairs, you know, so we'll sleep somewhere's downstairs down here, and hopefully it'll turn out good, and hopefully this will be a good experience. And anyway, I'll get back with you when he gets started. See y'all in a bit. Here we go, guys. This is a big truck, and as big as this thing is, this boom, it ought to be the bucket. It ought to be able to get in some places pretty easily, I would think. We'll just watch them here for a minute. I'll pause it here. I don't want to bore you. Hang on, guys. I think I'll just stand by old Cat Eye here and maybe we can get an idea. I don't know about y'all, but I'm scared of heights. I didn't used to be when I was young, but as I got older, you know, getting up real high scares me. I didn't used to be that way though. I don't know what changed. I don't know if I'm getting wiser or just or what. I don't know. Anyway, he's going to do as much as he can before it gets dark, which it should be dark in about, I don't know, an hour or so, I guess, hour and 15 minutes. It gets dark really early now. And I don't know when you're seeing this video either, so. Man, that ain't nothing, is it? Just go right up there. Sorry, guys. I hate cutting these trees. I do. I mean, they've always provided good shade, but at the same time, I don't want it going through my house either. My dad's incident with him, that kind of got me really aware of these trees even more so, since one nearly killed him. We're going to stack it over here next to the road, and it should be picked up later. Just trying to keep everything kind of out of the way. There's a lot of tree when you start doing what he's doing. A lot of tree to cut, I mean. Anyway, you kind of see what they're doing. You kind of see what's going on here, guys. I don't want to bore you anymore. Not that it's boring, but I'll show you a little bit more as he gets more done. But you can see he's getting to the limbs first so he can get to the rest of the tree, the main branches, you know. Like I said, when you stand back, there's a lot of tree there, a lot of tree. Okay, I'll see y'all in a little bit, okay? Hang in there with me, all right? Probably been 10 or 15 minutes. They're still going at it. They're just trying to get a spot in the tree in order to start cutting, get to the tree. It's hard to get to it when you got a bunch of branches in the way. Already getting a good pile started. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Hey, good morning, guys. It's a beautiful day here in East Tennessee. It is 56 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. It feels good to me. To some people it feels cold. It feels good to me. I think this truck's got a little leak somewhere, don't you think? I thought I'd show you, they worked up until dark. And as you can see, still got a lot of tree to go. There's the brush. I didn't know if you could see very much last night. I'm going to have to, I've got a doctor's appointment today. So I'll be leaving later today. They should be here any minute. Well, any time, I should say. And guess they're going to finish this tree here. And, you know, like I said, and maybe you can see this now. See how this tree, I might have I might have told you this yesterday, I don't know, but see how this tree's kind of leaning a little bit? I think that's one that needs to go, unfortunately. When you have trees and you have property, it's pretty much a constant maintenance. If you're not raking leaves, you're picking up sticks, but like I said, I enjoy trees, I really do. But every place I've lived, I've had you eventually have tree problems most of the time. Where you got to get something done about it, trimmed or even completely cut down. So this is it right now. There's a lot of brush here. I'm going to ask them. I don't think they understood what I was talking about, or maybe they did. I don't know. They was kind of trying to get as much done as they can last night, even for an hour or 45 minutes, however long they work, probably an hour. But I'm going to have them to start stacking the wood up here on my property, and just come all the way down through here, and hopefully it will get picked up. It'll be easy to pick up. And I know it's important for them to get this stuff out of the way so they don't trip or fall or anything like that. So, yep. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little update before they get here, because when the truck's running and they're sawing and all that stuff, it's probably hard to hear me. Okay, so I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay, guys, it's the next day. There's been a little bit of change in plan as far as the trees, I should say, that I mentioned earlier in the video. I'm just going to get them to kind of whack some of it off away from the house, so it's not coming towards the house per se. It's just going to be it's not going to damage anything much. I just don't want a whole tree to fall. I'm trying to get rid of limbs and leaves. I've had people tell me that's in tree stuff that if you can get rid of trees hold the leaves, hold the wind when it's blowing real hard, like in the springtime when we have tornadoes. So I'm trying to get rid of some of this vegetation. So, and I got to tell you guys, this stuff's pretty expensive. And but anyway, I'm hoping that it will save me in the long run. So with that being said, let me go back here in the backyard. The oak tree, I'm just going to have them take off some of these limbs, and there's a guy that's going to climb the tree, with them spikes on his feet. He's going to climb the tree and cut off some of these limbs that's kind of overhanging here. I think it will help as far as the tree, not being so tipsy-turvy, leaning is what I'm trying to say. I'll get it out here in a minute. But as you can see, trees they're beautiful. I love trees, don't get me wrong. I really like them if they belong to someone else, so I don't have to maintain them. Every house I've lived in, let me say this, every house I've owned, I've had tree problems, where they die or they need trimmed back, or my neighbors, anyway, I won't get into all that. So, but yeah, I can already tell it's cleared out a whole bunch. So we were talking, and my sewer line is right here, right in this area. I know, because I've had to replace it already since I've lived in this house. They don't want to get by this water line here, which this is a big truck. It's a heavy truck, and I'm hoping, I'm just doing the best I can, guys. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm talking about, but I'm doing my very best to protect my property and everything else. These things just keep growing. I mean, they don't stop. Okay, hang on guys, I'll get back with you in a few minutes. Okay guys, he said he climbs trees 150 foot tall and even taller. And I asked him what his name was, and he told me that I know he was wondering why I was asking his name, and I told him I was going to be praying for him, that he doesn't get hurt. Oh, that's great. I told him anything he wanted to get, that would be just great. But I think he's going to go all the way up here, and I told him I'm probably going to have nightmares tonight over this. I told him I'm just not cut out for that. Now, like I said before, when I was younger, I wasn't scared of heights. But I just don't know if I got more sense or what. As you get older, it seems like you get more cautious, and I guess I'm at that age. Man, he's doing a great job. Great job. My buddy GM1038 on YouTube, I know I mentioned him a lot. His name's Brian. He said he used to do this and he loved it. And this guy here said he loves doing this too. I don't know. I guess if you got it in you, you got it in you. But I just don't. I just don't. Like if he's climbing a tree like that and got into a hornet's nest or you know, even a rotten part of the tree, I mean, you'd be, what would you do? I mean, I guess you just let the hornet sting you, right? I guess. I'm going to zoom you in and see if you can see any more than I can, okay? Well, probably not, since I hope you find this interesting anyway. I mean, it is to me, because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'd be freaking out right now, hollering for help. I'd be hollering for help. Somebody get me down, I'm hollering for help. But that's just me, you know. That's just like, you know, when I was working in petroleum trailers, some guys couldn't be in tight, you know, containment, you know, in tight quarters, you know, welding all day, you know, they kind of freak out. You know, it never bothered me. It never bothered me spinning around and around or whatever, you know, back and forth. It never bothered me. But now some people, it did. You know, some people wouldn't get in a tank, petroleum tank. And, you know, I get it. I get it. You know. I told him just get as much as he can. I really just want these limbs away from the building if I can. I hope he don't fall. That's the thing. I've been praying for him. Lord, please watch over him. Keep Brandon safe. Let him come home to his family later this evening. Pray all this in Jesus Christ and God the Father. Amen. I'll pause this here, guys. I don't want to bore you to death, but I'll wait just another minute. He's just tying off, I think. Tying the limb. I guess so when it falls, it'll fall a certain way, I'm assuming. Because I got that building right there. And as you can see, it's kind of right over it. Now it doesn't look like it would weigh much. It doesn't look like it would weigh much, but you take all that wood along with the limbs and the leaves, and then it's coming down at a pretty good lick there. While you know it's gonna hurt something. I'm just hoping it don't hurt the building here. I'm hoping. Oh, these guys are. I have a. Are you dead? Yeah. I have a deep respect for them. Surely do. Oh, please don't let it hit my building, Lord. Please. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's just awesome. Look at that. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing, was tying off the limb. So then they let it down easy and it'll come down. Isn't that something? Pretty cool. Like I said, y'all, this might be a boring video. I don't know, but
Go ahead. What do you think, Bo? Yeah.
good job.
Drop it. There you go.
As you can see, that's a pretty good size limb. You don't really appreciate the length until you get it on the ground here. Then you see how long it really is. Pretty good size. Man, that's a lot of tree right there. These trees were here, I think I mentioned this, but I will again in case I didn't. These trees were here when I bought the house. We've been here right at 30 years. I mean, I'm trying to remember, but right at 30 years. We moved here in the 90s. Can't remember exactly what year, but we've been here a long time, and I've had these trees trimmed several times, but the ones that done the trimming before, either they got in bad health or they, one guy passed away that owned the tree trimming. And I mean, every time you need trimming done, this is not a healthy job. The guy that I used to get to trim my trees, while his back went out, and you can see why. He said, I just can't climb no more, Jimmy. And I understand that. I understand that. All these kind of jobs are hard on your health, aren't they? Just like my knees from welding in petroleum tankers for all those years. That's what the doctor said got my knees, was being on my knees all day, 10, 12 hours a day welding inside tanks a lot. Beating on them or whatever with hammers and stuff, Man, that's great. Okay, I'm going to pause it here, guys, okay? Okay, guys. Going to cut a few limbs right here. Well, if it'd help if I showed you which ones. Some of them right in there is all I can tell you. Trying to get him away from the house. And there he goes climbing again. He loves doing this. Got to have a good back, good strong legs and knees. I asked him if he thought this tree that he climbed earlier seemed healthy, and he said it did. Said his spikes went in there real good, so he said it's healthy. So I think he's going to do a repeat performance like he did over here. Tie the one or two limbs off, and then they'll ease it down. The limb, I mean, once he cuts it. But that guy sure can cut. Sure can cut. They're real friendly guys too. I enjoy talking to them. And I told them, if I get on their nerves, let me know, because I sometimes talk too much. If you've been watching my videos, you know that's the truth. So, oh yeah, there he is up there. Let me zoom y'all in, maybe. Let's see if I can find him. He climbs so fast. There he is. Yep. But the boss of these guys, he was saying once we get these 2 or 3 limbs here that, it'll take the weight from the tree going to the side. I'm not even showing you, am I? Going to the side toward the house. So, but the trees look healthy. I mean, But he said, you know, as we all know, I know this too, you can't never tell about the wind, you know, which way. Look at all these storms we're getting lately. Hurricanes, tornadoes and stuff. What gets me is I'm worried about tornadoes this spring in East Tennessee. That's what got my dad's house several years ago. And my dad really didn't live that far from me, just a few miles. And that's what got his house. So he lived in a motel for 6 months, 7 months, while they redone the house again. So, I mean, it does happen. Hang on, guys. Been saying a prayer for Brandon. That's his name, Brandon. Saying a prayer for him that he will be okay. Hoping, praying to the Lord that he will be okay. Lord, please watch over him again. Bring him back down safely, Lord, and all the workers that are helping him gather these up.
Get ready. Get ready with that rope.
Okay, he's going to tie it off to one of these other trees.
Get ready.
Man, this stuff sure is expensive. Like, well, I know I've said that already.
Alright, lay it down.
Okay. There's one down. They don't look that big till you get them down. Then you realize how big they are. And a good strong wind, and they're on top of your house. Damage your roof and everything else. So I'll let Brandon get situated here, and I'll get back with you. Okay, guys?
Alright, get ready again, because I'm almost ready again.
I'm gonna let him tie off to the next limb he's gonna cut, and I'll get back with you guys. Okay, getting close, guys. Man, I hope I don't hit the house. I'm always scared of stuff like this, you know. Maybe
You ready?
I'm too cautious. I don't know. Man, I hope he's gonna be okay.
Huh?
And if you don't, yeah, I just missed the house. Praise the Lord. And Brandon's okay too. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord. Man, wow, that's. Okay. Brandon's okay. Yeah. I told him anything he wanted to cut, just have at it. That's great. They're away from the house. That's good. He's doing a good job. I like him. I like all these guys. They're all real good guys. Hard to find anybody that wants to do this kind of work, honestly, anymore. And I'm trying to take advantage of it as much as I can. Okay. Man, I sure was blessed to run into these guys. Blessing from God. Blessings from God. Okay. If he decides to come down, look how fast he can come down. That's okay. Safety first. Yep. Man, that's the jungle right there. Oh, we still gonna cut some more. Okay. What a good guy. Man, that's a lot better. So much better. So much better. Man, he's cutting them on the way down. What a great guy. Yes, sir. What a great guy. Put this on another setting, maybe you can see better. I'm too busy watching him instead of trying to keep up with what y'all see, and I apologize. Yeah. Man. Man, he's good. They called him a little monkey, and I see now why. I see exactly why. Yeah, I see exactly why. Man, that looks great. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause it here. Okay, guys, I'm just going to finish this video here. Got all this stuff cut and ready to be picked up. Might come back maybe next coming summer when the dry season is here in East Tennessee. But doesn't it look so much better? I don't have that big old limb over the house. And believe it or not, I don't have one over the building, anymore. I know it's getting late in the day. And I'm ready to get a shower. And for some reason, I'm having back problems. And boy, my back is really hurting. But cleaned up pretty good. I mean, there's going to be debris, of course. But looks pretty good, doesn't it? I don't have a big limb over that building. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference, but believe me, I can. And I want to thank those guys for coming over, doing such a great job. It was they were kind of fun to hang around, really. I mean, just a bunch of guys and doing their job. And they said they liked doing this job. So I mean, to each his own, I guess. But this is just not my cup of tea. I guess I got old, guys, or something. Anyway, you're watching Primer Does Best. Let me know what you think. I will still have to address these trees at some point, but they look so much better now, and I'm just glad to have this much done. Once again, pick up this stick. Once again, having somebody come work with trees is expensive. It's very expensive. But you know, where I live, if you can find somebody that will do anything where I live, you better take advantage of it, because like my buddy that got his back hurt doing this same thing, cutting trees and trimming trees back and stuff. I mean, he can't no longer do it. That makes two people that used to trim trees for me that they're out with their back and on disability. I mean, it's a rough life, and those guys are still young, so enjoy it while you can, I guess. Enjoy it while you got it, whatever. So thanks for watching, guys. My name's Jimmy. Like I said, you're watching Primer Does Best on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, Primer Does Best, Instagram, Primer Does Best. Got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget, and I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. God bless y'all. Thanks for watching. I want to thank the Lord. I've been thanking Him. Oh my goodness, I've been thanking Him for a long time today, just that fella didn't get hurt and that everything went so smoothly. House didn't get damaged or anything. I mean, anything's possible when you're messing with trees, big trees, and you know, tree limbs. So thanks for watching, guys. Y'all stay safe. God bless each and every one of y'all. I'll be praying for y'all too. Y'all have a blessed day. Catch you in the next one. See y'all later.